Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines we have for you. Ripple sues a currency exchange. You're going to want it. Bank of America, HSBC in the news, CBDC conference, and Ripple's there. We got James Wallace in an interview. You're going to want it. Ripple expansion with SBI and ODL too. Oh, we got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $1.08 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 0.1%. Bitcoin, 25,700 plus, 1633 and change for Ethereum, 82.8 billion plus for Tether. XRP is 50 cents at the number 5 spot, off by 0.3 in the 24-hour and off by 5.6 on the 7-day, ladies and gentlemen. But take a look at this. This is link2.com, where you can get access to private equity, and it's the best private equity in the industry available to you. I don't mind telling you. 252,000 plus registered users, 265 plus total investments made out of 43 companies available, and Ripple's one of them. And I want to tell you right now that you can get it at the best price going right here at link2.com, because they've been able to secure a very, very special block of Ripple equity that you can get for a very, very special price. Click the link underneath the video and get it before it is gone. Let's take a look at this. Ripple sues a UK currency exchange for $14.9 million. It's actually pounds, but it's 13.8 in pounds, I believe is the real number. But nevertheless, after the currency exchange has failed to pay its invoices for the XRP. Let's get into this a little bit. It comes from Law 360 here in ProCoin News. Again, 13.8 million pounds. I think that's a euro symbol, which is a mistake by Law 360, but we won't get into particulars. But here is what we have here. It is this. Crypto giant Ripple is suing the UK currency exchange and money transfer business for almost 13.8 million pounds, not euro, at the London court, at least. And maybe it is. Maybe we're wrong about that. But nevertheless, Ripple said in August 11th, maybe it is euros, so we could be wrong. So we'll stay tuned. It's a lot of money. How about that? For a lot of money. Yeah. Ripple said its August 11th High Court claim, which is recently made public, that GCC Exchange UK has not paid for more than 40,000 units of Ripple's token that it withdrew under a supply deal. Ripple alleges that GCC, which provides global money transfer services under its GCC Remit brand, has breached a contract for the supply of Ripple that the exchange inked with Ripple's Singapore-based entity, Ripple Labs Singapore, in 2022. In the breach of the agreement, the date the defendant has failed to pay the sum due under the withdrawal invoice, Ripple says its claim the defendant's failure to make payments constituted an event of default, which is continuing. The blockchain technology company claims the GCC was required to immediately pay an invoice that was issued March 2022 after the exchange withdrew the tokens, according to the court filing, but Ripple says it has failed to do so. Ripple has asked the court to order GCC to pay up for the XRP as well as an ever-growing amount in late fees, claim says. And there you go right there. So that we'll get you more on that as we get it. Then we have this, excuse me. Jack the Rippler posts the Bank of America patent, which has been out for a few years, but I know that there's hundreds of people joining the channel each week here. So for those of you that don't know, very quickly, Michael McDaniel from back in the day broke this patent, and he broke it inside the private Telegram group of the Digital Perspective Mastermind group. And I want to encourage all of you to join us tonight by clicking the link underneath the video for the Digital Perspectives Mastermind group, the DPMG, for a free 3-day free trial. I want you to join that group and join our Wednesday night call. We are going to be talking about how to protect your wealth and trust. And you're not going to believe the conversation we have in there is nothing like on the channel. So if you're looking to really grow your knowledge as an investor, this is a great place for you to join the hundreds of others. Don't mess around and click that link. But here we know this Bank of America patent that was really broken in our private Telegram group back in 2019, I believe it was, still being talked talked about by Bank of America, and also understanding that HSBC has spoke and sung the praises of XRP's distributed ledger cross-border payments and technology. And that's just the beginning of where we're going today. Where I want to take you today is start with this guy right here. It's Brett Mullen, the technical partner of central banks at Ripple. Brett is implementing enterprise software solutions in a highly secure, critical environments over 20 years, starting with nuclear power industry and currently focused on CBDCs. Brett is one of the longest tenured Ripple employees, joining in February of 2015. Boy, I bet this guy's got the stories. Joining in 2015 of February to help implement, listen, Ripple blockchain technology solutions at commercial banks around the world. Brett has been doing this since 2015, they're saying. Now imagine the work that's been done since 2015. Currently, Brett is a technical lead for Ripple's central bank pilots. But what I want to show you is that this is all based around a post from 801 XRP here, shout out to him, who shows us that there's a CBDC conference coming here. And in the smack dab in the middle of this thing is, in fact, Ripple. They're everywhere here. If you just take a look, Ripple right here. James Wallace is also going to be at this event. We're hoping that we can get some clips from it. We don't know if we will be able to have access to it, but if we do, we'll certainly bring you the highlights of that as well. Then there's this. It's a recent interview. This is new. James Wallace is back visiting the Payments TV, and I want to bring this quick clip to you of what he says about the primary categories that they're focused on at Ripple, and then I have another clip for you you're going to want.
Categories that we talk about. One is wholesale, which is really interbank settlement through the central bank. And the second one is within retail. Is the basic one is sort of cash alternative, but there are many other use cases which we'll come on to. And then third is cross-border. So those are the three areas that we're sort of really focusing on.
And there you have it. But I've got another clip for you I want you to hear out of this interview here. Shout out to 801 for posting the other larger section of this clip. And I want to take you now to right about here. I'm going to let it spin right here. And I want you to hear what he says about the XRP ledger being carbon neutral and the cost of money. Take a listen.
CBDCs meet some of those governmental or institutional needs.
Yeah, so the cost of manufacture is very low relative to cash, for example. One of the things that we're working on here at Ripple is, we pride ourselves on our technology being very environmentally friendly. So the CBDC platform that we have developed, that we're using with several countries around the world right now in pilots, is built on the same core technologies as the public XRP ledger, which has a very low cost per transaction. It's carbon neutral, and that's actually been quite a big factor in a number of countries we're talking to. They really do believe in sustainability and low carbon footprint, and so governments have a conscience these days, right? I mean, and central banks, they don't want to spend more money than they have to, right? They have to be responsible. Anything that's in the public sector has to be fiscally responsible, but now they want to be environmentally responsible as well. So the core technology, digital money, whether it be a CBDC or a stablecoin or a native crypto like XRP or Bitcoin, is just way more efficient, right? So we'll look back in 5 or 10 years and probably oh.
1 second here.
Do you remember when it used to take you 3 days to send you some $50 to your cousin on his birthday? It'd be crazy. It should take half a second.
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, there's another spot here that I want to bring you to that was earlier. And wait till you hear what he says about the Bank of France and funding pools. Take a listen to this clip. Very interesting clip here.
The third one is, and this is really where the rubber hits the road, it's got to be of use, right? Beyond the sort of basic payments, I think some of the other use cases here would be remittances, for cross-border. I think enabling this whole future around Web3 applications and DeFi applications. I think even the central bank in France, Banque de France, has talked publicly about maybe a CBDC can be used by consumers as a funding pool for DeFi applications, right? So there you.
Whoa. How about that for bringing the old world in with the new world? Yeah, we'll take it, James. And then talk about the old world and the new world. Take a look at what the new world's doing here. Ripple on-demand liquidity partner Neum should soon announce new partners in Brazil and elsewhere in Latin America. This according to regional VP. Last month they entered Brazil with Oz Cambio and are looking to expand here. Travelex is an ODL partner there with XRP, no doubt about it. Now I want to show you this because this is even more exciting news here from Yoshitaka Katao. Ripple and SBI are expanding throughout Asia's markets as well now. International money transfer service using Ripple's money transfer solution utilizing XRP will gradually expand to the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia. SBI Remit, SBI VC Trade, SBI Ripple Asia. Here is the actual write-up itself. And I'm going to give you the highlights from 801 here who shares them. And basically it's this. It is saying exactly what the post had said here, but a joint venture between SBI Holdings and Ripple are pleased to announce the launch of an international money transfer service using crypto asset XRP. No question there. No gray area here now, is it? Right? It goes on to talk about this idea. They expected to drive further adoption by bringing all of this to these new markets here. And you could see the diagram that shows this in the pathway here. It is very, very exciting to see this. Look, I tell you, I know a lot of people are like, why isn't the price moving? Why isn't this, that, and the other? I don't know. And I'm not even going to try to pretend to know. What I do know is when I see this, this is what I want to see, right? I want to see this taking place and the expansion happening. Look, and they say gradually expanding. I'm cool with that. Everything up until now we've talked about has always been a phase-in operation. First this, then a little more, then a little more, then the ODL using XRP. This has been the course of action since the beginning of Ripple. So this is extremely exciting to see this right here, no doubt about it. And I think there might have been one more diagram that shows all of this with SBI, Ripple Asia, and SBI VC Trade. I couldn't be more excited where this is going. And I want to remind everybody, while we're seeing this adoption take place and this growth be announced, I'm reminding everybody, look, we have here in the United States, XRP is not a security, the only digital asset with true legal clarity here in the U.S. And this may be around the world, but it also starts to feel very coordinated to me that this is a full court press of starting to really introduce XRP through ODL around the world in every place that they can get it. And with that being said, understand that right now today, we have 90% global foreign exchange market coverage. How about that one? We've done already 30 billion plus in payments volume through that payout network. How about that? Let that sink in for a minute. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I hope you are too. And I will catch all of you on the next one.